What's up, Swig Squad? T with the Diva here. Look, I saw this conversation online, and it was saying, should fathers? No, it was somebody saying that if a guy doesn't have their own room for his children, she don't date them or won't take them serious because she feel like they don't take their kids serious. So she said that she feels like even if you don't have like joint custody and things like that, she feels like you should have a room for your children. And what I feel about that is, being a single parent, if my children are not going to their dad's house like half of the time, if the children are not like with him a lot, like every other weekend and all that, like my brother has a daughter, and he has like joint custody of her, and he's always had a room for her. Every house he gets, he has a room for my niece. And he does that. I mean, he did that even when he didn't have joint custody, because she was his only one. And, he just wanted her to be comfortable when she came to his house. However, I mean, of course, I'm at the age now where whoever I'm dating, they don't usually have little children. But when I was, seeing guys that may have had smaller children, I wasn't just counting anybody out that didn't have room for their kids. Now, when your children visit your home, yes, they should be comfortable. So, should you have a guest room set up for them? Something that just guests sleep in. Anyway, so that they can have a bed and they don't have to sleep on a couch or on an air mattress or nothing like that. So yeah, they could probably, sleep in a guest room or something. But if you don't have like a partial or a joint custody, or the kids aren't spending a substantial amount of time at dad's house, and it's just like a maybe twice a month spend a night weekend type thing, dad isn't taking the child to school, dad doesn't have any of the major responsibilities, the everyday hustle and bustle, I never like specifically held it against the guy if they didn't have a designated like room specifically for the child. I feel like, yes, the child should be able to sleep in their own bed when they come and visit their father. A lot of times if it's boys, they'll sleep with the dad, and that's not a problem or anything. But it's never been like a non-negotiable for me for like a single man to have a room for his child. So what they were saying is, if you don't have a room for your child, that means that you're just a part-time dad. And I don't agree with that either. Because you can have dads who maybe the kid isn't comfortable sleeping away from the mother. They may not want to sleep over the dad's house. They may not want to spend a lot of overnight time. But the dad does take them to school, and the dad does spend a lot of time with them. The dad is, the dad is taking them somewhere and visiting them and making time for them to do things. And there's activities that are done together, and, just a lot of different things that are done with dad other than actually overnight sleeping or living. And I see those as good fathers too, depending upon like what the schedules are. And as long as this man is not just totally neglecting this child, the child is actually happy and excited to be with their dad, and there is no qualms, no hangups, no beefing or anything. You have a healthy co-parenting relationship. I think that can be done without the child actually having a room per se at the dad's home. But what do y'all think, Swig Squad? Let me know in the comments what y'all think about any single man who has a child or children and don't have designated rooms for them at his home. What y'all think about that? Let me know.